Hello, everyone. I hope that you're doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha, and I welcome you to my channel. As always, I'm really grateful that you're listening, subscribing, and commenting. I really appreciate the support. And in this one, I want to speak to you about a practice that I've been doing for a year and a bit now. And I find it to be so useful that I really wanted to share it with you. I don't know how I found out about it or how it happened, how it started, but my sister was visiting me in Bali, and we were talking about how we have a tendency to not only forget about the things that we've done, but actually downplay them. So I don't know why we do this. It might have to do with the fact that, our upbringing was like that, maybe our environment, our parents said, be humble, whatever. Being a woman maybe has something to do with it, or INFJ, INTJ. My sister's an INTJ. Whatever it might be, I definitely have a tendency to downplay my accomplishments. And then also in that downplayment, I kind of forget that I've done so many things. And then I think to myself, oh my gosh, I'm wasting my time. I'm not doing anything with my life. What's wrong with me? I should be doing better. I should be doing this and that, like blah, blah, blah. So like putting myself down in that way as well, which is not true. Because if I actually really thought about it, and if I actually wrote down everything that I did, I would realize how much I actually do and how much I do accomplish and how much I'm able to do in a month. It's just amazing. So both of us were together in Bali at the time, and we decided, okay, let's do this. Let's put it on our schedule, and once a week we're going to write down everything that we accomplished in that week. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be like world peace or something like that. It doesn't have to be really big accomplishments. It could just literally be, I helped a kitten by giving her some food a day ago, or I instead of skipping my workout, I actually went out to do my workout, even though I felt terrible, or even though I felt like procrastinating, things like that. Like even the small things, the things that you want to congratulate yourself for, you write down. And so we did it weekly because we are forgetful, and we forget that, oh, I did this. I would completely forget. And it's a good thing we were there together, because, she would tell me, oh, but remember you did that. And I'm like, oh, right, I completely forgot about that. And I would remind her of things that she'd done that she forgot about. So it was great to do that for the first few months. I think she was with me until March, and we did that for, the first 3 months of 2022. And then I put it on my schedule for myself once a month only. I didn't do it every week. Once a month, I would write down everything that I believed I accomplished or I remembered I accomplished in the month, right? And, it's kind of really quite enlightening. Even if you could just do it for a week or 2 weeks, you would be amazed, astonished, flabbergasted at how much you actually do that you forget that you've done. Really insanely crazy how this happens to me. And it happens every single time. Every month I'll sit down and be like, you know what? I don't think this month I did that much. Yeah, I think it was just a okay average month. I think, yeah, maybe I won't have that much to write about. And then I'll sit down and try to write. I call them my accomplishments, but, it's just a list of celebrations. And I'll be surprised. I'll have 30, 35 items of random little things that I'll be like, oh, right, I did that. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I read that book. I completely forgot about that. Oh, I bought that item that I really wanted for a really good price. I forgot about that, And so at the end of it, I'll look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I did a lot this month. And that in itself is such a good feeling, to have this kind of sensation that, every single time you finish a month, you don't think to yourself, oh my gosh, another month has passed by and I don't know what I did. Did I even do anything with it? Oh my gosh, I'm wasting my life. Things like that. That's usually the kind of thought that would go through my head when a month ended. But now that I do these accomplishment lists, I don't think that anymore, because I know as soon as I write down my accomplishments, I'm like, wow, I'm actually, like, I'm not changing the world in a very drastic fashion, but I'm doing my little bit here and there kind of thing. And also I'm living a good life according to my own values. And so it's really nice to see that. Now, the great thing about it is, because I was able to do it for an entire year, I had a list of accomplishments for my entire year that I was able to go through at the end of the year and look at and literally marvel at the fact that I accomplished that much in 1 year. I mean, I am actually, a lot of it actually, it's so interesting because a lot of it I completely forgot I accomplished. So, I was sitting there at the end of December on January 2023, reading through my list of accomplishments, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot I did this. Oh my God, I completely forgot I did this. Oh my God, I accomplished this. I forgot about that. And I had that thought over and over again. If I had not written it down, I would not have remembered it. And that would be a shame indeed, because a lot of it was stuff that I want to remember, things that I did that I was like, wow, I really did this. I'm so proud of myself, And why not? Why not be proud of yourself? Because I spent a lot of time bashing myself. And so like to have these few moments where I'm like, yeah, actually you did really well. You did really well, boom, that's great, good for you, blah, 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 right? And so I was really happy to have that list at the end of the year. It was a great way of kind of even, going through the year and seeing, oh, so these are all the things I did, and kind of having a little bit of a recap and looking at the year and saying, okay, yeah, actually it was a really good year. I did this, and that, and I love this, and I want to do more of this. And gave me a lot of clarity on what my year was like and what I want my next year to be like. And I actually changed a bunch of things in my accomplishment list and my to-do list for 2023 because of the fact that I looked at 2022 and said, oh yeah, these are all the things I've done, amazing, but I'm still missing these two things. I should do more of that. And so I really, 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 really want to spread the word about these things. Like, I really feel like these accomplishment lists or celebration lists or whatever you want to call them, they're so useful, especially for an INFJ, because as I said, we put ourselves down, we are harsh on ourselves, we are too hard on ourselves mostly, and we always think that we don't do enough. Well, you know what? I've actually changed my mindset quite a bit after looking at all my things, all my accomplishments over the few months that I've written it down for. Because I just look at it and I'm like, yeah, no, you know what? Actually, I'm doing quite fine. I'm actually doing quite a bit, and that's great, good for me, and I don't need to do more. I'm doing amazing already, kind of thing. And not to toot my own horn, right? It's just to say to myself, yeah, you're doing well. Yeah, I mean, you want to do more, great, go for it. But you don't have to berate yourself for saying, or say to yourself, oh, you're not doing enough, you're not good enough, and all those terrible things that we say to ourselves. I don't want to do that to myself anymore because it's not true. And I know it's not true because of the lists. The accomplishment lists, right? And so of course I've been doing it this year as well. It's already, I can't believe, the end of February. And so I was writing down my accomplishments today as I was, getting ready to do this video. And I was like, you know what, actually I should talk about this, because it's not a big thing if you think about it. Like, you're like, oh, just writing down accomplishments, whatever. It actually turns out to be a really big thing. It has boosted my confidence and self-esteem in so many different ways. I really highly recommend it. Please just try it for a week or two and see how it just really changes the way you look at yourself. First of all, it builds self-knowledge as well, because you're looking at, okay, what am I spending my time on? It really just gives you an idea. These are all the things that you spend your time on. These are all the things you care about. These are all the things that are important to you, because those are the things you're going to put on your accomplishment list, right? And so I highly recommend that you try it. And please, if you do try it, let me know and how it goes. Because I really feel like, I've kind of spread the word about it to like a couple of my close friends, and they've started doing it and they love it. And I know that you'll love it too. I really think it's going to be a great thing all around if you do this. So I hope this makes sense. And yeah, essentially it's just literally you sit down at the end of every month, or however often you want to do it, and you write down all the amazing things you've done. Amazing things according to you, not according to anyone else, according to you. So if you think that it's amazing that you cut your toenails every month, whatever, I'm just making up an inane example, but whatever is important to you, you put on the list. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. No one else is going to see the list, right? And so whatever is important to you, whatever is something that you say, oh wow, I am happy that I did this and I want to accomplish, I want to celebrate it, put it on the list, right? And so I put down the fact that I've taken my supplements every single day. It's an accomplishment for me. For a person like me who'd always forget, it's a huge thing. And so I write that down. Of course, I write down the books that I've read. I write down the fact that I've exercised, or I regularly exercise, or I started dancing again. I went to salsa dancing this last month, and it was really fun. I wrote down the fact that I'm going to visit my family soon, and I booked the ticket for it. Things like that. And so it kind of gives you like a snapshot of the month as well. And once the year is done and you have an entire year mapped out, it gives you a snapshot of your year. And can you imagine if you had like 10 years of data like that? It would really give you an idea of like where and how your years look and what you spend your time on, and if you like it or not, and you know how much you're actually doing with the time that you have, right? So yeah, please let me know how that goes for you. I really, really appreciate all the attention that you're giving to my videos and the fact that you're still watching. If you have questions, of course, please let me know. I will be happy to answer them. And again, thank you so much for being on my channel. I shall see you the next time around. Bye for now.